Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. As with the theme of marking this day, transformation towards sustainable and resilient society for all, I am delighted to see you all here and for the sole purpose of sharing this historic day with our brothers, sisters, and children living with disabilities. We thank you all, and like you can see, they are not any different from us. We are one and human beings first, before faith or misfortune. As defined by Wikipedia, International Day of Persons with Disabilities, usually marked on the 3rd of December, is an international observance promoted by the United Nations since 1992. It has been celebrated with varying degrees of success around the world. The observance of this day aims to promote an understanding of disability issues and mobilize support for the dignity, rights, and well-being of persons with disabilities. It also seeks to increase awareness of gains to be derived from the integration of persons with disabilities in every aspect of political, social, economic, and cultural life. Let me go on a personal journey here. A few years ago, my late and beloved mother was involved in a car crash where she had a slipped disc around her spinal cord area. She had visited so many hospitals far and wide but was alleged to have arthritis. She would go through very horrifying pains and sometimes could barely walk a distance. This horrified us even as we empathized with her. My sister would massage her with every kind of healing balm you can imagine and religiously, yet temporary relief. Physiotherapies, painkillers, and hospital rounds were the order of the day. I recall the time we were traveling with her to London and we ordered from the airline a wheelchair for her. My mother was relieved she didn't have to walk the distance in the airport, yet was very sad. It dampened her spirit, so I took a photograph of her just to penetrate her thoughts. She said to me, "I feel ashamed being on this chair and I don't want people to see me like this." We laughed, but it troubled me that a beautiful woman of a young age, in her 50s at the time, was being depressed by her condition. My heart bled. And sometimes when she wants to pray, her salat sitting down, she says, "Please close my door as I don't want my grandchildren to come into the room and watch me pray while sitting." If as educated and exposed as she was, she could care about what people would say, either because of self-pity, stigmatization, or societal mockery, can we imagine what many others, especially the younger ones, feel, and which may have led them to depression and more? Can we then understand why our children are being taken to the Middle East as a money-making venture to go and beg for alms, trafficking such beautiful children with special needs? The irony was the fact that my beloved mother was being misled to think it was arthritis by some lazy doctors. What a great relief it was for us when she was properly diagnosed and told she had a disc shift, hence the pain and trauma, and only a surgery can change her situation. Unfortunately, when we convinced her to agree to the surgery, death came calling. May her soul rest in peace. Amen. As God will have it, one of the MMAWT director, in person of Hajia Hawa Muhammad, brought up the issue of spinal cord injuries to me and told me about her childhood friend's story and her involvement in the Rebuild Hope on Wheels initiative. And so the MMAWT journey into special needs began in earnest. We scheduled several meetings and finally, I met Hajia Amina, who herself is a victim of a road accident. We clicked instantly and I pledged my support to champion this cause. Alhamdulillah, we are here today. All my life, when I see cripples, the blind, the handicapped, children and adults with special needs like Down syndrome, autism, etc., on the street begging or as destitutes, it always infuriated me and remains an eyesore. I know a mother who was a victim of a deadly motor accident and survived in Lagos. To our admiration, when we, as a group under the body of our secondary school alumni, went to that particular home for children of special needs during the Easter period as an act of charity, we were informed on how the survivor decided to invest a huge sum of money and resources to build a befitting home for such children as a way of showing appreciation to God for what He did in her life. Now, such inspiring stories should be a yardstick for many of us to emulate, collectively or as groups. This brings me to the issue of victims of autism and cerebral palsy, especially in children. Even more horrifying is watching them being made destitute. curses being placed upon them and are avoided as irritants or a dangerous species because of their conditions, largely as a result of the many superstitions propagated to stigmatize them. Persons and children with special needs are human beings just like you and I. All they need is love, protection, inclusion, care, support, counseling, and therapies. We condemn the negative side of almajirism. Many are exposed to these dangers of almajirism, dangers of accidents, rape, victims of ritualists, human trafficking, stigma of superstitions, and poverty. Only when we step up to do our bit by supporting schools like Abdul Rashid Raji Special School, Sokoto, and other care homes for this class of people in the society, then we can begin to reduce or salvage the rot. We as mothers, sisters, aunties, brothers, uncles, and fathers have to take it upon ourselves to support people with disabilities and children of special needs. The most talented people in the world today are from this class of people and persons. Only when we nurture them to grow in confidence and hopefulness can we see the potentials in them. Their value should be beyond destitution, condemnation, and stigmatization. They deserve to be empowered through trainings in skills acquisitions and entrepreneurship. They deserve education, scholarships, talent management and identification, nutrition, agriculture, and more, especially in this modern era of technology. Please let us all go back home today to reflect on our collective humanities. As we thank Allah for the gift of life, let us kindly ask ourselves, how have we used the gift of good health, wealth, opportunities, and knowledge we possess to better the lives of these people? Government and its social welfare programs must not be seen to be the only ones supporting such causes. It is our collective responsibility to care for our neighbors and environment like all religions and culture in the world teaches. Let me conclude by this quote. The human spirit is one of ability, perseverance, and courage that no disability can steal away. MMAWT Legacy Initiative has made available wheelchairs, special wheel bicycles and tricycles, learning kits to aid the blind, and sticks to be donated to the less privileged persons in this category, and also to encourage others who are capable to emulate, thereby making consistency a reality. I salute all persons with disability and special needs on this graceful day and stand here in spirit with you all. Let me also seize this medium to thank the management and personnel of this great school for their tireless effort in caring for this class of children and persons in the school. Once again, I salute the parents of such persons living with some form of disability for the care and emotional trauma it causes them. Please do not relent. Your reward is in heaven, and may Almighty Allah see you through. Thank you very much for listening. While I applaud all those individuals and stakeholders who have contributed to making this event happen, and God bless you all. Those who have traveled far and wide, we wish you journey mercies. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah, and have a good day. Thank you.